Welcome back everyone to Fallout 76, and we are playing in the same session as the last time, so the mole miners are still active, the event on the map. So hopefully we can find some here, because this is a good location, because there's a lot of enemies to get that. Now we are currently doing the supplier quest to find the responders supply caches. Also, just the rules of this series. We're not going to fast travel unless we've been there before. We can go to events, but after an event we must either walk back to our base or walk back to Vault 76. We're doing a pistol, crossbow and bow run. We can't use crossbows until level 15, and we've also got to get the plan, and we can't use bows until we can get a plan for that as well. We did manage to pick up our first legendary weapon in the last episode, so we currently got a stalker's weapon, which again, they are very, very bad stalker's weapon, but it also got the added advantage of 25% damage if I'm aiming, and it's got 90% reduced weight, so it doesn't weigh much. So we will be doing some upgrades to this one. Unfortunately, it was a level 1. When we did pick it up, it was level 5, so we should have got the level 5 variant, but we didn't, unfortunately. So it won't last us that long. Hopefully we can get another legendary in this episode. So it's telling us the first one is 3 and it's up, so it's in this building here. There will be a lot of enemies at this site, so I don't want to rush in too far. So that's the first one I've picked up, just some caps and some other stuff. We did go overweight on that one, so we do need to try and find a workbench as soon as possible. There is plenty in this zone I'm pretty certain. Yeah, there's a couple in this zone where I can break down the goods. Again, I don't want to just start dumping stuff because it could be useful to us. If I remember right, the workbench is in that building straight in front of me. And we just heard the sound for the mole miner, so there is one round here. Fortunately, he's running to the distance. And we've had road scorched in the meantime. I have got a lot more ammo for these in the stash. Just about clipping his arm. Oh, somebody's run round. Again, like I said, they are quite intelligent, these scorched. He's hiding over there by the post. Let me just put my light on. Oh, actually, I think I had my light on. I want to go and get that mole miner before he disappears. Because his leg was sticking out, I managed to shoot his leg. Vaguely hear him, but I can't see where he is. Let's see if we've got any food just to give us some carry capacity. Yeah, our carry capacity's gone. So let's all drink some water. Get our buffs back. Pepperoni roll's going to give me 30 carry capacity, so I'll have that. That's a bit better. We're not over encumbered anymore. And I really don't know where that guy's ran to. Hopefully we'll find him later. We already took him down low health. We are playing this on a public server as well. And I also have got other rules where I can't use any atomic shop items. I can't use scrap boxes. And I can't buy from other vendors either. But I can sell stuff in my own vendor if I need to. But at the moment, I'm not going to have any items to be able to, that people's going to want to buy. We'll pick that up for the moment. Actually, we'll just read it now. Carter and Blackwell traitors. Sam Blackwell and Carter Quinn traitors. If you or I sat in a room and recorded a robbery, then refused to give information regarding the culprits, we'll be in jail. But Carter Quinn, despite interviewing a man guilty of a far grander crime, walked free. Support justice and refuse to buy any copies of the Charlton Herald until Carter Quinn is charged with conspiracy to commit treason, or until she reveals the location of the traitor, Sam Blackwell, and all his fellows. Free State secessionaries. Or secessionists. Charlton citizen against corruption. We will hear more about those in later when we find other notes from, but they are, that name will come up a few times. So we've got the second of the responders' caches. Again, desk fans, clipboards, really good loot. I also won't be using power armor. I haven't mentioned this before. I will be doing this as a full health, non-power armor build. Now, I can use power armor if I want to, just equip it to jump off a cliff or something like that. But it won't be something I'll be using as a regular thing. I'd love to know where that mole miner went to. He's close because I can still hear his noise. Oh, fan up there I missed. Duct tape there I've missed, that's adhesive. Ah, he's definitely this way. Going to be more around here. I'm just waiting for them to come out in the open. I'm not in danger, but I'm still in caution, so somebody's close. My guess is them underneath me. There's a legendary scorched, okay? He's somewhere behind that, but I can't see him. And also I won't be using grenades. I do have some on me, but I won't be using them. I don't really use grenades much, so we've got two legendaries here. Let's just pick up all the loot. Let's go back up here because there's still somebody close. Okay, so what did we pick up with legendaries? We picked up a wood armor, which is no good to me because my right arm It's 3 and 5. That doesn't give me anything. It's 4 and 2. And we picked up a weapon. Hunter's pipe revolver. Again, hunters are good against animals. 40 damage. It's not a bad one. It can be an upgrade. Not really that benefit. Animals are fairly easy to take down. Again, I've not got any overpowered weapons from these legendaries. Picked up a note then, I forgot which one. Oh, it's a chemistry workbench, we've already got it, so let's jump it. Plans don't really sell unless they're event plans and seasonal reward plans. So we've got some space back. Is it worth breaking this down? No, I'm just going to put it in my stash, that one. Because anything I don't use on here, I can just transfer to my main character. The hunters, again, the same thing. Don't need another 10 because I've got this one I'm using at the moment. But it might get me some plans. Hunting rifles we can't use. Revolvers. Which one's the revolver? That's the 45 one. Got an hunter's one at the top, so both these can be broke down. That's the 38 one. I've already got a level 5 there, so that can be broke down. And the bolt actions, that one I've already got a level 5, so this one can be broke down. Suppressor and a stinging magazine on those last two, those are good. Stinging magazines are armor penetration, if I remember right. Got a still workers at that's, I'll just break it down. And I'm pretty certain we've already got that, but we'll just keep it until we can check. What bench is this? This is a chemistry, so that's now good. Couple more bits of loot round here. What's my carry weight? So I've got about 50, so I'm alright. And there's one more stash to find around here as well. So where is it telling me? Over here? And we've got another mole miner up in here. I've stopped hearing it now, so I don't know where it's gone. I'm not going to run after it. Unless I see a direction it's going. I think next one's saying over here. A lot of the time you don't find anything good in these. Well, fuse is copper, and there's the last stash. Again, 23 caps on top of the loot we've just picked up. Weapons workbench there in case we want to do any upgrading. Barb walking cane I'm never going to use, so I'm going to leave it. He's somewhere over behind that train. I think he's down in this gap below me. Oh no, he's there. Okay, it's going to let the enemies see me a bit better. We have a door to get into it here. And as you can see, our weapons are really underpowered at the moment. But the enemies in the wasteland do level to your character. Suppressors 2mm. Again, it will reduce the damage coming into us. It is an explosive weapon, which gives a little more damage from the explosions. I'm going to go up to that train station anyway, but it is asking me to go that way. Some free water. Free screws, free springs. Nothing in the cam box, unfortunately. Anything down here? Again, mines and stuff like that I will sell. But I won't start selling anything until I've got the perk for selling. I think we've done in this area now. And the train station's just here. And the good thing with train stations is they have got scrap boxes in, stash boxes in there and workbenches. Depends on which one it is of which workbench they've got. Some will have tinkers, some will have armour, some will have weapons. I'm not going to take that plan. That's going to be another chemistry, isn't it? Yeah. So what weapons did we pick up? Well, technically a flare gun's a pistol, but I'm not going to use it. So it was another 10mm. I think that's the suppressed one is probably going to be better than the 3-star I've got. But unfortunately, both of them are level 1. So we rolled a bit bad on that. I think we're level 6 or level 7 at the moment. So let's put all the scrap into here, because it will be weighing us down now. And we'll put all the weapons away we're not going to be using. So I'm not going to use the hunters. I'm not going to be using the weightless one. And I think I'll just put the suppressors away. There's not that much. Put the mines, put that down. And I'll put the grenades away because we're not using grenades. Anything else need to put away? I'm going to put away anything that's doesn't have an health bar or something I'm not going to use. Okay, I've just sorted out my stash. I've put loads of the stuff away. We have picked up some of these mole miner pails, so I'm just going to open them up. Because each one's a kilo each. Let's just scrap down anything that can't be. Okay, it's already scrapped. I put some on my ammo away as well. So all that can go away. Don't need more than 10 stim packs, and I don't need more than 5 right away. Just gets some of the weight out me. Keep Cyclone buff out just for the occasion I might need it. And we do have a lot of drink and stuff on us at the moment, so we could get rid of some of this if we want to. I'm never going to be using wine, so that one can go away. And I've kept just 3 of each nukers on me, just puts the rest away. Just want to have a quick look at this vendor and see what plans we could buy.
Here, responder.
Okay, the caps have reset. I forgot that each character has an independent amount. But I won't be selling stuff until I can make it worth a while. We could craft our own here if we had the caps, but we've got nowhere near them caps. You can buy... I just wondered if the bow... I don't think you can buy the bow. I think it has to be from the quest.
And equipment.
Could buy a hospital bed. Again, not really worth it. Pocketed 600 with a lot of money. No mods in there is going to help me. If they had like a deep pocketed mod, I might have done it.
Other supplies.
So let's head to our objective. So we want to go to the airport, which is over that side. There is a holotope over here I do like. So I'm going to go over this way first before I go to the airport. Oh, it's telling me to read the nightclub advertisement, so let's go and read that. It starts a quest. There's a few probably in here to read. So there's the White Spring. Want help, need aid, stand together, rebuild America, visit White Springs Resort, and all welcome. So that starts a Responder's daily quests. Could be useful to do, but we haven't got to that place yet, so it's not going to be something we do yet. Sheep Squatch ate my brother, and I do like this series of quests as well. For more information, come to Van Lowe's Taxidermy in Lewisburg. Again, we're nowhere near that. We'll read the nightclub advertisement. Atomic fun, cocktails and music. This is for the expedition area, which is the... It's not the pit, it's the other one, the casino one. I forgot where it is now. The Lying Low. I'll keep them on just for a second. I just want to say. So yeah, those are the main quests, sort of later expansions. So if we just look on the map. So the nightclub's over here. So we actually aren't that far from it. We could get to it quite easy. Morgantown's there. Which was the other ones we got? We got the Lowe's. The White Springs is this one here. It is a real place in real life called the Greenbriers. And Van Lowe's is all the way down here, which we will come to doing. There is an event down here at the moment, which is Spin the Wheel. If there's one which is, I think, is Tunneling Love, there is a bow that you can get from that, but I don't know if you can get it without the plan, because it is a quest reward. So yeah, those are where the quests are. So at the moment, we're not going to be doing any of those. We're not in the areas to do them. So let's just turn them off. And what was the other one? Van Lowe's. Let's turn that one off as well. But again, the Van Lowe's is a really good series of quests. Party poster. Pie Muss Wild Eviction Party this Sunday. Pie House Party Rules. Break Stuff, Be Wild. Trash Hard, Trash All. Chug, Coma, Puke and Rally. All are welcome. Former attire is optional. No robots. P.S. Cops not invited. Cops come equal every man for himself. And the last one is the shelter. That's like an extension of the base. And I'll just show you where those are. The shelter quest is all the way up here. We will be going close to that fairly soon. And the other one was the Eternity Party over here. But again, that could send you anywhere on the map. So we're not going to do that one anytime soon. So let's turn them both off. And we just concentrate on the one we've got. But let's go and collect that holotape I like first. Let's just get my AP back before I go into here. Was there any other weapons I wanted to equip over this? Out of anything we picked up? Yeah, we've got the two main weapons set I want to use. There is crops around here you can pick up on the outside. Can't remember if there was taters here. Snap Snaps over there that makes sugar and some other stuff. Wild carrot flowers. Ah, yes, there was taters here. I thought there might have been. So harvest all these and then we can start growing them at our camp. Again, everybody's in cover except for me. And again, because we've got all that armour upgraded, we're taking very little damage. But we're not invincible. So yeah, just play this one. The Christmas Flood.
This is Maria Chavez speaking, and today is December 25th, 2092. Once, in the world before the war, this would have been a joyous time to celebrate with loved ones. Now it's a time to reflect and to mourn. It was on this day 10 years ago that we lost so much in the tragic event we call the Christmas Flood. I'm making this recording in the hopes of ensuring the flood and its victims are never forgotten. I suppose the story really begins in November of 2077, a month after the war. Survivors from the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort sent a group to Charleston to ask for help and supplies. The city leaders turned them away. There was so much chaos and so much need back then, I suppose it was an impossible request to grant. The failure to secure help led to a change in leadership for the survivors at the ski resort. A cold and brutal man named David Thorpe took charge, and he shaped those people into something terrible. They took what they wanted by force and killed anyone that stood in their way. Years later, Thorpe's girlfriend Rosalind led a raid on Charleston. They were spotted early and a fight broke out. A few of them escaped, but Rosalind was injured and taken prisoner along with some of the other raiders. By then, the responders were more or less running things in the city, and we were doing pretty well for ourselves. We felt confident we could confront the raiders on their home turf, so we sent a group up into the mountains to see if we could make a deal. We hoped we could get them to leave us alone if we agreed to release some of their prisoners. We were wrong. Thorpe somehow got his hands on a mini nuke. He used it to blow the Summersville Dam on Christmas morning. We lost almost everything. Our homes, our supplies, and most of our family and friends. The days and weeks that followed were the hardest of my life, but somehow we held together. We kept the idea of the responders alive, even though there were only a handful of us left. That's the story of the Christmas Flood. Tell your children, tell everyone you meet. Let's keep the memory alive for as long as we can.
Okay, as you can see, that was a good holotape. And in the meantime, we found another legendary. And took down a load of Scourge. There's still some more here. somewhere over here I saw the bullet coming from. Remember those names in that holotape. It's not the last you've heard of Roslyn. Healing salve, stim pack. Just take everything. And we got to the location it wanted us to do. Is come to the airport, and that's where the entrance is. Let me just see what that weapon we picked up. A medic's paw. Again, medics don't really do anything to me because it's only healing other people, and I'm not partying with other people. Although I'm in a party, all it's giving me is 1 extra endurance. And at the moment, I'm on my own. So let's explore Morgantown. There will be a lot of enemies in here, so we're going to have to be careful. And I am going to have to put my light on, otherwise you ain't going to be able to see anything, so it does mean I'm putting myself at a disadvantage. Come on, peek out. Again, VATS is a good playthrough, but you don't need VATS. As you see, you can manually shoot and still take down enemies fairly easy. My first Quantum. That's sort of a get out of jail free card if my health gets too low. Shot his head off. Nothing there. And again, every time you're killing enemies, you are picking up a lot of loot. Been a while since I've come through here. The last time I came through here, they've changed it since. At once it wasn't certain areas blocked off like it is now. Okay, nothing this side. Nothing in the suitcase. Again, these are another one where you can scrap things down on. There's just so many of them about. So we're not using like those. Bolt action, I've already got one, so let's scrap that down. Tomahawks we're not going to use. And we can scrap down the 10mm to try and get some more plans. Yeah, we've got another receiver, which should give us more damage. Make sure, okay. We got it, our weight down as low as possible at the moment. There is another holotape in here, which I do like. They did change it slightly from the very first version when the game released, but it's still a good holotape. Okay, there's nothing that side, so I was going the right way. Ah, yeah, down the stairs. I do remember this. collect any loot from around here. Still looking for alarm clocks or anything with nuclear material, because we do need quite a those for the sites. Slowly getting up to 120 caps. Bobblehead there. Unfortunately, like Fallout 4, these aren't permanent. It's just temporary boosts. It's an hour by default, but you can get a perk which will extend it to 2 hours. Okay, we've got no option but to go through here. Back up. Trying to find the first... all the way down the back there. Yeah, my gun won't pick it, but there is a legendary. I've just had the pop-up that he said something. Yeah, you can get that. I'm stuck in VATS at the moment. It's one of the downfalls of VATS. Sometimes when you get turned round, you get stuck in it. Luckily, I didn't take much damage. And again, the games don't pause when I go into the menu. But I do want to use a rad away, just get rid of some of them rads. Trying to draw them out. I think there's at least one more. I can't actually see him, I just see where the bullets are coming from. I think he's behind the door, yeah. Just giving me a reminder that I've no longer got the positive benefits on me. So let's just drink some. Actually, let's just back off a bit. Let them come out of danger. We should have some really low... We're still sorted by spoil, so let's use the tato juice. The melon juice. Our water's nearly full, and just eat some mole rat chunks. And the bacon for the look. And give me a little more AP. Food buffs do stack, chems don't. And so again, like I said, it's not like Fallout 4 where you could stack up to 1,000,000 damage. It's not that sort of game. Oil. More oil. Plastic. We did kill quite a lot round here, so it should be fairly quiet. Two ways. Let's go this way first. Now that seems to be quite extensive, so let's go up the stairs first. There is somebody near. Okay, we're coming to this area later. Chemistry jar. What else have I got? TV dinner tray, which is plastic. Putting fluid. Oh, we've got a scrapping station here, so let's just scrap it down. Can't use shotguns, so let's get rid of that. Okay, that's good. Icobuff's probably one of the better drugs I will possibly use. That's a rifle, so I can't use it. Let's just look in the jail cell. Oh no, it's a toilet. This is not the jail. Okay, must have been a jail cell and a toilet. I don't know. Let's just finish up here while I'm up here. Quite a few over there. Try and make him come to me. Still never found that legendary we saw talking. He is really hiding down the back there. These other people around here because we're in danger. Anything around here? Some more bobby pins. And we can't get in this way. Well, the marker's taking us this way anyway. Ah, it's because I need the key card. I didn't see you on the floor. And as you see, we are fairly tanky. It doesn't look like there's anybody else in here. Nothing in there. Any more loot? Okay, the card we need. Closet note. Be quiet. They don't know we're in here. Are we all that's left? I think so. What do we do? They'll leave eventually, right? We could be in here for days. What other options do we have? We're not in a good situation no matter what. I'll distract them long enough for you to escape. Just give it some time. I'm doing this, be ready. Please no. So again, there was two different people talking. One was in here and one was for the other side of the wall by the looks of it. We can't take that note, unfortunately. yeah, normally you'd come in that side and you can reach through and get the card from this guy here without having to do the loop I've just done. And the door we want to open just down the, just up the stairs. Yep, there. Get the guns reloaded. There's another one over the back there. I can just about see his head popping up. Okay, it looks like I shot some sort of explosive. I think I'm out of range for this gun, so let me move up a little bit. Definitely somebody else in here. Ah, that's probably the legendary we heard speak early when we was down. Just move up a bit. It's amazing how they could reach me when I was behind a table and shoot me still. Okay, there's another one dead. I think it's just the legendary that's left. Somebody else that's getting my detection now is there. And we got another level. At the start, they do give you a lot of perk coin packs. Unfortunately, it's a legendary shotgun, so we can't use it. Is there anybody in the toilets? Is that where I'm getting detection from? Could do again another machine to scrap down soon. Beer and carrots. A bit of a weird lunch. I was going to say I heard the explosive. Must have been gas or something as well what exploded. It's probably to stop you sneaking around the back of him is why they did it. Oh, and a second one. Looks like we was fighting two legendary without realising. Now that one's blocked up. Finally got into it. It was a bit of a tricky one to get through, this one was. Inventory. Just some ammunitions and supplies in there. Hello responders, please remember that the use and access of this storage room is now handled on a case-by-case basis. The purpose is to contain confiscated items and high priority goods and gear. All inquiries and requisition requests are to be forwarded to responder leadership, and as always remember to lock up after you're done. Thanks for understanding. Hello responders, as this is a cell containment, please do not store anything perishable here. This includes food, drink, even water. I know we've been keeping our most precious treats in here. Love those fancy lads' cakes, but it's more important to share what we have with our fellow survivors. I'll be putting in a request to clean the storeroom out of anything organic. You have 72 hours to retrieve your perishable items before they are redistributed. Thank you for the understanding. Notes and holotapes. The recent disappearance of holotapes has forced us to keep a tighter grip on our inventory. Holotapes are now our most requested item. However, until further notice, all the tapes are temporarily borrowed out on a top level order only. All remaining unused holotapes are to be stored in airtight crates inside this room. Thank you for your understanding. I know we all want to get things off our chest now and then, but we need to keep an eye on this valuable resource. And let's open the door. Now I still remember this from beta, this holotape in here. They did change it slightly, but it's still probably one of the most heartbreaking holotapes in this game.
It's been a few hours. I can hear them clawing at the door. I've locked myself in a storage closet, but I don't think the door opens from the inside. It's okay. Acute stress reaction. Panic and emotional distress. Breathe. Breathe. I would guess it's been 24 hours since the attack. The sound of combat has stopped. They're still outside. I have roughly 8 to 10 weeks. Provided source of fluids. Starvation onset within 10 days. Effects of psychological shock are ongoing, but repressed. I can worry about PTSD later. I believe it's been 3 days. 3 nights. Adrenaline has dissipated. I'm so thirsty. I'm so hungry. I still can't unlock the door. Must conserve strength. Using energy to bang on the door or yell has proven wasteful. A source of fluid nourishment has not been found. No one is coming. No one is coming for me. My friends are all dead. Children were born into this violent world. And they left so violently from it. My God. Never leave. Don't. I feel hungry. I'm thirsty. No one is coming. First, I'll recall my index finger, flex, MP joint. Oh, it hurts. Flex, MP joint. Extend, IP joint. And contract muscle. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a bit heartbreaking, that one is. So we'll listen to the tape here. Let's learn the fate of the responders first. So we've got a couple of plans, some ammo, some more purified water, and another overseer's log.
Overseer's log. Morgantown. I used to love coming here on weekends, taking flight lessons. Now it feels like I walked into a nightmare. Those scorched things are everywhere. I kept quiet. They didn't see me. I managed to observe them for a bit. Whatever this disease is, it seems to completely take over its host. The ones that used to be human, eventually they go rigid, like some kind of stasis. And if they stay like that for too long, they sort of burn up from the inside out. Vesuvius in reverse. I wondered what could possibly cause all this. And then I got my answer. It swooped down from the sky, screeching, breathing, infecting everything. I don't know how to fight this. But we need to consider all our options. Even the nukes. We find the source of this scorched plague and wipe it from the map before it can leave Appalachia. But first things first, we can't let the disease spread to us. Looks like the responders were developing some kind of inoculation. I'm going to pick up their work. You should too. This is the Overseer. Signing off.
Okay, so now it's give us a new mission to get inoculated. Okay, we've got to learn about it. So maybe it's I think it's so fire breathers recruiting. I just wanted to remind everyone that the fire breather unit is always looking for more manpower. If you think you've got what it takes to handle our toughest mission and take on the Scorched, then Melody and Madigan would love to meet you. Don't forget it's a dangerous assignment, but it comes with benefits. You'll have top priority for both rations and ammunition. We ask the fire breathers to put their lives on the line, but we reward their bravery where we can. The job's not for everyone, but if you think you can handle the recruitment process and training, then I ask you to consider signing up. Thanks, Chavez. Personnel files. Okay, that's just saying where they are. So Claire Hudson's the one in charge of the inoculation project. And there's some more members on there. Nothing really to worth reading through. Complaints. We just received another complaint about the Grafton Mayor's office. This time the Mayor is being accused of illegally soliciting funds for his re-election campaign. The Mayor assistant allegedly demanded a contribution in exchange for notarizing documents. This one is more serious than the last three. I'd better go check it out. Follow up. An officer was sent to the Mayor's office in Grafton. He found some irregularities with the Mayor's assistant procedures. A citation was issued to correct the problem. The officer noted that the Grafton Mayor's claims there aren't funds to make the changes. We'll let a judge sort it out. Larkin. Has anybody seen Larry Pickman? Please keep an eye out for Larry Pickman. He's been missing for a couple of days. If you haven't met him, he's about 6 feet tall, brown hair, green eyes, age is about mid-50s. He came in with the last big group of refugees. You might remember him as the electrician who decided to do some unsolicited work on our main computer. I'm sure he meant well, but we had to have him escorted out to command centre. Anyway, hopefully he's okay. He's borrowed my only screwdriver. I really need it back. So if you see him, send him our way. Jeff Nakamura. Dealing with the Brotherhood. I've been a member of the responders almost from the start, like all of you. I've put my life on the line to save our lives of other members times than I can remember. Our mission is important. That's why we can't let the Brotherhood of Steel push us around. Of course we'll help anyone where we can, but you all know that our resources are limited. The Brotherhood's been making increasing demands for resources and supplies in the name of holding back the Scorched. Well, the Scorched aren't the only threat around here, and the responders aren't looking to fight a war. We're healers, we're teachers, we're not soldiers. When the Brotherhood came asking for ammo, your stim packs, your water, whatever it is, think carefully. Somebody out there might need those supplies to survive. If they ask you to join their ranks because you've got skills they can use, remember that we need those skills just as much, maybe more. We don't have the benefits of power armour and heavy weapons. All we've got is training, knowledge and courage. But that's been enough so far. I know we can keep it that way. I'm not saying the Brotherhood of Steel is our enemy. We're on the same side. But lately we're not friends either. All I'm asking is that you stay focused on the mission, on our mission, no matter what they might ask of you. Chavez. Announcement, Rachel Price. Some sad news to share, everyone. Some of you might have heard that Rachel already, but for those who don't, she said goodbye to the responders to join the Brotherhood of Steel to work as a combat medic. We'll all miss her and we wish her the best. In the meantime, the few medics we have left are working around the clock. We'll be starting the medical training program up again to help fill in the gaps. Please volunteer if you can spare the time. Chavez. And dispense rations. Oh, that's what we can do. We can get some rations. A sweet roll and some purified water. Now again, we've had 2 missions to send us up to the Grafton Mare up here. We will go up there at some point, but it's not my immediate. There was another holotape I spotted as well while searching. On here. A report on Armour Ferry's attack.
Hey everyone. This is Derek. Making my final report on the events at Harper's Ferry. Hopefully this reaches you all safely. Whatever happened here, it was big. The whole area it's devastated. If any of our people survived, I can't find a trace of them. I talked to some of the locals. They say creatures came from the sky and laid waste to the town. Some of the ones who got hurt in the attack were transformed or something. They apparently turned into monsters and attacked anyone they could reach. Riley says he and his people are gonna seal themselves up in their bunkers and try to figure out a way to fight these creatures. In other words, we won't be getting any more help from these Free States guys. Maria, I was hoping you could get in touch with Ella. See if maybe she can lean on Riley a little. Get him to see that this isn't the way. If you ask me, I think it's damn selfish of them to turn their backs on the rest of us. On people who need their help to survive. There's nothing else I can do here. Guess we can scratch Harper's Ferry off the map. I'll be heading back soon. But I want to check in on some of the farms along the way. Should be about a week.
Okay, and Harper's Ferry them talking about is all the way over here. So again, we will get there, but there's a lot of content between us and that. Death Blossoms isn't a good event. Feral Ghoul events are good, because Ord events means that it's going to be a legendary leading the pack. Except for there's one Ord over here with dogs, then the start, that one doesn't have a legendary. But any other Ord one, they are good to do. Just got our buffing for XP. Let's have a talk to, I think we've done everything in here. Maria's last words. Let's listen to this.
My name is Maria Chavez, and I am about to die. The Scorched have overrun our defenses. They're coming for us all. If you find this, please listen carefully. We were called the Responders. After the bombs fell, we tried to help people. Maybe I can still help you. The terminal nearby, if it's still there, use it. Learn about the inoculation project. It might just save your life. Oh shit! They're here! They're here! I'm out of time. Read the terminal. Learn about the Scorched. Remember us. And good luck.
Okay, and that's another one that's mentioned about the inoculation. We've had a couple of about a beast coming from the sky to attack people and turn them.
The eyes and sleep one last time. Won't be long now. Well, well. Another visitor to the Responders' graveyard. You must be pretty good to have gotten past all those mutants out there. Come to pay your respects to the fallen?
Like you said, I'm here to pay my
That's
respects.
good. It's important to honor the memories of those we lost. I got a brother around here, somewhere, or maybe somewhere else. All I know, he was one of these responders. Came to check on him. It was a few years too late, looks like. Now, I'm just marking time while the cancer eats me up from inside. In the end, none of us can escape our fate. We'll all be food for the worms.
That's why we have to make our lives count for something.
That's just the kind of thing Marcus would say. Me, I just looked out for myself. Now I'm still alive, and he's long gone. Did his life count for something? I don't really know. He and the other responders saved a lot of folks, but they all died eventually. Now they all dust and memories. Even those will fade in time. Anyway, guess you've listened to me ramble on long enough by now. What can this old man do for you?
Could you answer me some questions?
What would you like to know?
You mentioned a brother.
Marcus, 5 years younger than me. Started running back in high school. And handsome, too. Had all the ladies chasing him. He followed me into the army, became an MP. Then got out and moved to Morgantown, signed up with the police. Back then, I was still living in Cincinnati. We'd talk on the radio. He tried to get me to come out here and join the responders more than once. I do miss him.
This place is dangerous. Why do you stay here?
Well, I don't figure it matters much how dangerous this place is. If one of those mutants don't get me, cancer will. But I guess what keeps me here is just knowing this is where my brother died. Call me a superstitious old fool, but I don't want my spirit to have to walk too far to find his.
What do you know about this area?
I know it's a ruined wasteland, filled with 100 things that want to eat you. It's better this way. Less noise, less fuss, just echoes. In time, nature takes it all back. One day, nobody will know there was ever a city here. In the short term, well, you got the train station with the robot who can sell you supplies. And south of that, the train yard might be good for salvage. And of course, Morgantown's just across the river. Probably lots of useful stuff over there, if you can survive.
Tell me more about the responders.
There used to be cops, firefighters, medics. Marcus always made them sound like good folk. They looked after other people as best they could. This was their base, as far as I could tell. They got overrun by those things out in the halls. Found a few bodies in here and set up a little memorial. There was a lady named Chavez. Got a holotape she made on that map table. Last words by the sound of it. I ain't been here that long, so that's about all I know.
Thanks for your time.
Time's all I got left, but I don't mind sharing it. You be safe out there.
Okay, so where's it asking me to go now? Down. Might have to go back all the way through the building to get down. There's a room here I haven't been in. There doesn't seem to be much in here. Responder corp, some workbenches, some ammo. Oh, note on the floor. Responder's last words. If Jeff or Medley or anyone else finds this, I'm happy to know that somebody made it out. But I think this is the end of the line for us. Tanner and Jansen aren't doing so great, and I'm not far behind them. It's still hard for me to come to grips with those things used to be our friends, our family. I can't take the thought of us changing and hurting other people too, so I won't let it happen. The last thing I can do is make sure that we stay ourselves, then I'm okay with that. Serving with all you has been the highest honour. Calab, Widmere, Paramedic, Morgantown, EMS. Yeah, somebody else has just launched a nuke. Again, we won't be going to nukes. Not designed for a player this low level. So we have got 2 ways. Okay, we've only got 1 die down. It's the way we came. And I think it was around here. Yeah, because this is the room we fought all the Scorched in. And then it was through here down. At one point, this is where you used to get the backpack from, but it looks like you get it at the start of the game now. There's probably some more enemies around here, so we do have to be a little careful. Back up, or I'd rather go back down, not up. Okay, so we are going the right way. Yeah, I thought there was something else here. And I can hear another mole miner. Don't know where he is. Okay, let's get out of bats. Certain zones it's good for hunting scorch, the mole miners, and there's other areas which is a nightmare to find them. Hey, he's there. All the enemies down there respawn by the looks of it. Somebody must have entered the zone. So let's head over to where it's telling us to go. So it's up there, it's telling us to go. And we've lost a lot of the enemies anyway. Inoculation project announcement. Folks, I've got some exciting news to share. As you all know, Dr. Hudson has been continuing research in the lab at AVR Medical. Well, she's just reported in to let us know that she's made a significant breakthrough, and it looks like the inoculation against the Scorch Plague could become a reality. Let's all keep our fingers crossed and make sure to do everything we can to help Claire complete her work. Our very survival depends on it. Jeff Nakamura. Scorch Research, Introduction. A field study, Dr. Claire Hudson. Those of us struggling to survive in the post-war world face countless threats. The search for safe and sustainable source of food and water would be enough to challenge anyone. but the strange mutated creatures appearing throughout the region greatly increase the danger of day-to-day life. None of these threats, however, compare to the Scorched. To better understand these monsters of the wasteland, I've spent time observing them and gathering information from those individuals lucky enough to survive first-hand encounters with the Scorched. There are still far more questions than answers, but I believe I've made some progress in the understanding of these enigmatic and fearsome creatures. Details and specific subjects follows. Scorch beasts. The name conjures terrifying images of huge mutated bats that poison the ground and warp living creatures into deadly thralls. We first learned about the Scorch beast from the Brotherhood of Steel, whose soldiers encountered the creature in the southeast. At first, nobody believed what they were describing could be real. We thought it was a made-up story, giving the Brotherhood an excuse to commandeer our ammos and supplies. We were wrong. I've never forgot the first time I saw one of these monstrosities. Black wings against a blood-red sunset. Talk about reality check. We know far too little about these creatures, but we do know that they aren't strictly nocturnal. They also seems equally willing to move alone or in a small group, and they're highly aggressive. Worse than that, they're dangerous, radioactive, which I believe is an important clue about their origins. If we were ever to get hold of one of these studies, I think we could learn a lot about them. Unfortunately, being anywhere close to a Scorch beast is a near certain death sentence, and not just because of the radiation. I'll cover more of that in the next entry. The Scorch Plague. I'd love to give a more detailed explanation of what the Scorch Plague is and how it works, but right now we know so little. It just wouldn't be possible, frankly. It's frustrating. What we do know is that the living creatures that come into contact with the Scorched beast sometimes begin to mutate. The victim's skin turns dark, almost black, with the smell of ash. Some kind of biochemical process takes hold of this point. Lesions that burn with intense heat begin to form on the victim's body. The affected creatures appear to be covered in smouldering embers. In the case of humans, elemental functions eventually disappear, replaced by extreme, almost animalistic aggression. We call the creatures that are transformed in this way Scorched. Needless to say, watching a friend or a loved one go through this process is both horrifying and heartbreaking. Worse, there's almost nothing we can do about it. I say almost because we've been able to gather information about the Scorch Plague that we might be able to develop a vaccine against it. That's a huge maybe, but we recently found some equipment at an AVR medical centre that's in pretty good shape. With the right facilities and a steady supply of Scorch to study, we might just find a way to counter the terrible disease or possibly even reverse it. Only time will tell. Anti-Scorch tactics. I hope by now that I've made the point crystal clear. Scorched are lethal. There is nothing less than an existential threat, and we cannot find a way to defeat them, or at the very least contain them. There's no reason to think that these won't spread far and wide, transforming or destroying everything in their path. We don't know nearly enough about the Scorch to develop real tactics. What we do know so far amounts to common sense approach for dealing with any deadly predator. I'll summarise these points below. If you're unfortunate enough to be encountered a Scorch beast, likely because it has decided to hunt you, do everything in your power to keep away from it. If you've got a gun and you can find an enclosed space to fire from, that's ideal. Scorch beasts are too big to fit into any small space. Remember that Scorch beasts emit strong radiation that, coupled with their powerful bites, should compel you to keep your distance at all costs. If you've got no other choice, you should at least consider using some Rad-X before you engage the creature at close range. Scorched enemies are savage and deadly. While their ability to speak is limited, don't think they're mindless. They retain enough intelligence and memory to use guns and other weapons, and they're hostile to just about anything that perceive as a potential threat. Fight the Scorched as you would a raider, a bit one with a deadly plague. Of vital importance is keeping your distance to minimise the risk of infection. Stay in combat when you can, but give ground when you need to. Do not let them get close. I know it's not much to go on. There's still so much we don't know about these creatures. Hopefully it will help at least a little. This concludes my report. We've already seen these ones about dealing with the Brotherhood. So now we've got some background lore. We've just now got a legendary weapon as a quest reward, which is a Somerset special, which is a 44. There is some unique items in here you can pick up. You can't pick up anywhere else in the game. Scorch past. And we just started up to the next quest. So let me just quickly loot this in here. Microscopes are really important because those are fibre optics. I didn't want to pick up that. I'll just drop it. Surgical tray. There is a scrapping unit just around the corner, so that's why I'm picking up everything. And then there's another section round here with another couple of unique items in. Is it round here? Yeah. Jarred scorched foot and an head. So you can basically get the old scorched. And there's the head. Capless skull. Take the water. There's nothing else we can interact with here. And there's another Oliver tape here we can listen to. Or is that the one what it might be just an holotape that's not actually an holotape? Yeah, it's just a psychological evaluation. We'll go into this in the next episode. Because it is running a bit long this episode. And I want to just get it finished with. So now we've got to go and register for advanced training up here. Which is right by us, so we will do that. And AVR Medical is all the way down the bottom safe here. So to do that, we're going to do this advanced training in the next episode. And then we're going to warp all the way back down to our camp. And then start from there going south. Well, we could actually go to our camp for free. Then we could go to Flatwoods because we've been there before. And then make our way from Flatwoods down. The best path is probably over the bridge. Or we could go down into the valley. Either way is fine. But yeah, that's where we'll be heading in the next episode. And I think this is a good place to call it on this one. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. And I'll see you in the next episode.